We're doing nothing. Okay, and you're doing nothing.
You're also doing nothing.
So let's do nothing together. All right.
Okay.
We got Drew here. Drew
Yep.
Procash.
Yep.
Right? Do you want me to use your full name? I just
Yeah,
threw
you
it
can
out.
use
I didn't know if I
it.
was
Yeah,
supposed to
go
do
ahead and give out my mailing address. Yep.
that. And then we got Ty Ziegel. You ain't gonna know me by any other name. Okay?
Tyler Leenick. Leenechettet.
Yeah,
C
there
H
you
K
go.
T, something like that.
Nailed it. All right. So we're gonna start this live. We got a good hot guest spot on. Okay. I
Yep.
believe she's a fully certified, registered, nationally acclaimed esthetician. Okay.
Oh, nationally acclaimed esthetician.
Yeah, nationally acclaimed. Okay. That means that probably done semi-famous people. We're talking about maybe some Hallmark people. Okay. Have you ever seen like a Hallmark movie, you know?
Or like a CMT Christmas movie. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
She did the lashes for the Key Grips aunt.
I think you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let me take a deep breath here. Now, what are we doing? Are we just gonna go and do a tight five, or is this human being just gonna hang out for a little bit?
We're going to hang out as long as we can hang out. I mean, we're about to get some knowledge dropped on us, okay? Pretty sure my skin's going downhill fast after the age of 36 and a half. Okay,
well,
so I might need some
look
tips.
37.
Oh, ooh, okay. Well, I'm 52, so I'll take that as a compliment.
Are you really not 37 yet?
Yeah, I'm 37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just said you're 36 and a half.
No, I was 36 and a half when I was going downhill.
Oh, it started.
I mean, I was like an 18-year-old until 36 and a half. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay. Let's get
Yeah.
some tips. I'm going to bring her in. Welcome, Jenna.
It's another Leenick. Jenna, hi. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very, very well. Glad to have you on to our show. We're looking to get our first viewer here after 7 shows in a row every Sunday for the past 7 Sundays. We're in the month of December now. Welcome to Dumbtelligence. If we haven't mentioned it before, that's the name of the show, is Dumbtelligence.
So I'm here talking to dumb people then.
Dumbtelligence.
Yeah. I'd say it's a hybrid of intelligence and kind of knowing our place in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know our place in the world.
Don't be smart, act smart. Okay?
Exactly.
Think less and know more.
Yeah.
That's our motto.
I like that. Think less, know more. I've forgotten more than most people know. How about that?
I believe that. All right, we actually got another group of guests on. So I'm going to pop them on too. We can get.
Let's talk with Jenna. Jenna, how have things been going? Where are you living? What are you doing? What do you do for fun?
I live in Kirkland.
Okay.
I work at a spa in Woodinville, so pretty close to home, not super far.
Right.
For hobbies, I mean, I exercise outside of work. I go to a powerlifting gym a couple days a week. I'm just now getting back into that after a couple years of not really working out too much.
Okay.
Outside of work, though, I do creative makeup online. Not super frequently, like recently, but I do that on the side. I do creative makeup. I make TikToks and videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds freaking awesome. What's the spa in Woodinville?
It's called Oasis Spa and Salon. It's like a mix of a regular day spa as well as like a med spa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where is it located? Because I grew up in frequent Woodinville often.
It is. So, do you know where the Gold's Gym is in Woodinville?
I do. Yep, right by the apartments there.
Yeah. So it's actually like just above the Gold's Gym. I actually never knew it was there either. I used to work out at that Gold's Gym when I was a teenager and never knew it was there, but it's actually just right above the gym. But we're opening a new location next spring in the school district. So it's
in
like
what
a
school
Hollywood
district?
school district. It's the Woodinville School District. It's not actually like school district like for schools.
Right.
It's called the Woodinville School District, and it's right by there's Mulbach's. It's right next to Mulbach's in Woodinville.
Yep. I know right where that's at. Yep,
Yeah.
that was the old DeYoung's pharmacy.
Oh, well, now it's going to be a spa.
Or no, it wasn't a pharmacy. It was a some type of horticulture.
Oh.
But yep, know the area well. Spent about 19 years of my life in Woodinville. Actually, more than that, because I ended up working in Maltby for going on 20 years.
Yeah.
And you don't get to where I'm at in life without working at one place for 20 years straight.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, well, that's really cool. And powerlifting, I'm assuming this is an organizational thing. You're not going over to people's houses asking if you can move boxes or something.
My fiance does powerlifting like 5 days a week. He's been doing
it. Now, is that too much?
What, powerlifting?
5 days a week?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way you could get me in there 5 days a week. Maybe if I wasn't working, I would go in 5 days a week. But but they love it. The guys love it, so they're always there at the gym, hanging out.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Well, good
Tyler
for them.
know.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome. Well, welcome. And for people that don't know, big surprise. This is Tyler's youngest sibling.
Yeah. She goes by baby sister.
Baby sister Jenna.
Yep.
Don't know if I'm a baby so much anymore, but yeah.
You're a baby. Okay.
Definitely baby sister Jenna.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Can't you see the resemblance? Actually, what's funny is if you shaved Jenna's head, she'd look identical to me.
I had a bald cap on once, and I swear I look just like Tyler.
We look identical. Okay.
I don't see it as much. I think you have better cheekbones than Tyler does.
I think that's the Botox.
Oh, okay. Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm being in the industry. I am eventually going to become a nurse and start doing injectables. So I told myself I would never, ever do that to someone if I don't try it. That's how I am in the industry. I'll try everything before I try it on someone else. So I have had a little bit of work done, but very little. I'm still very, very young. So.
Right. Baby sister Jenna.
Yes.
And that's what I would say the main difference is. That and the forehead. And the eyes.
He has a lower hairline than I do. Mine comes up.
Yep. And I would say that the eyes as well. You have larger eyes. Mm-hmm. Not like too large, but Tyler's eyes are kind of down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
He has a masculine brow.
Oh, there you go. Some people call it the neothandral look, right? Neothandral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Don't know. I do not know. But, well, that's really good. I would still say you don't look very much alike, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it, but you guys are related. And you guys did grow up together. And now you do not live together, correct?
Nope.
Not anymore.
Completely different areas now, but still get to see each other at Christmas and stuff.
Yep. And Tyler is coming in, for all the people listening. Tyler is coming into town the 23rd through the 26th. So if anybody wants to see Tyler, go ahead and buy your tickets now, because he's going to be sold out soon.
You're so popular.
He is.
You better believe it, Jenna. Okay, and you're welcome on the show, because you're about to ride the coattails of this fancy wave.
That's right.
Let's hope.
Let's hope, she says. What a nice dig. That's what you call a dig. Let's hope. Let's hope.
Okay, Tyler and I will always promise each other we'll be famous someday.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I would say infamous, but either way.
Either way, all comes together.
Yeah.
Fame. That's the key word right there. Fame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's what is that? There's a saying for that. Parsing over straw. Is that what it is?
I have no clue.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
neither do I. No clue.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I forgot more than I remember. So
It's okay. I'm the same exact way.
yeah. Okay, so now we are wondering, do you have any writing experience? Have you written
Writing?
anything? Writing with a WR. Yep.
No, not much of a writer. Can't really seem to get my thoughts into words like that when it comes to actually sitting down and writing. So
Okay.
never been much of a writer. Didn't do very well in English. So
Okay. Now, do you know that Tyler and I are writing together?
no, I didn't know that.
We are. Now, we might be apart. He's over there.
Yep. You're
I was
over.
hoping you'd bring a hand in from the other side.
It's almost like you guys are holding hands.
Boom.
Like that. Anyways, but yeah, so what we're doing is we're doing a little workshop where we do this show and we kind of talk about a little bit of what we're writing about, and it's more in form of a show, maybe a book, maybe both, maybe a screenplay, and we're just trying to get off the ground here, and we're still on the first scene, which isn't necessarily chronological in the order of how the story is told, but we've chosen, this is our first scene and we need to write about it. Now, Jenna, how many paragraphs do we have after 3 weeks of knowing this is our first scene?
How many paragraphs what?
Do we have written down after knowing for 3 weeks we need to write about this?
This is a guessing game, right?
Yeah, this is just a question. How many do you
I don't
think?
know. I mean, you guys have probably written like 6 paragraphs.
She's a keeper. Let's keep it. Let's keep her coming. I like the enthusiasm, and I like she's like, I don't know, maybe like 2 a week. I mean, what's one person does one, the other person does the other. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Well, I regret to inform all the people listening, all the 3 people listening, that we have only 1 paragraph written in the first scene.
Hey, you know what? 1 is better than 0.
Right. Yeah. It's actually infinitely more than 0.
Exactly. So you're somewhere.
We are somewhere, but I like the positive energy, and that is really good.
What are you drinking there, Jenna? You want to plug that? Because I'm drinking a monster
latte. I am drinking a double shot grande iced pumpkin spice latte with no whipped cream and coconut milk.
Okay.
From Starbucks.
Now, you realize what time it is? It's 4:30, Jenna.
Yeah, and I bought this latte at 10 a.m., but I'm very slow at drinking liquids, so it takes me about 8 to 10 hours.
Okay. So you basically just drink that right until you go to bed.
Yep.
I like it. I like it.
Boom. Okay, I'm going to pop some other humans in on here.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Boom. There we go.
Hello.
What up, Jenna?
Hi. Oh my gosh, I thought that was you.
Oh my gosh.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Mommy.
This is?
That's Mommy.
Yes. My goodness, you're so grown up.
Yeah, she's old. You can say it. She's old.
Yeah, you almost said old, Jenna.
I did, but I'm older, so that would just make me very old.
Drew, this is my daughter, Eliana.
Eliana, very good to meet you. And your screen name is PK Butter, and your mom.
That's right.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, welcome, all.
Thank you. How y'all doing today?
So good.
Awesome.
So good. We're living in just a wonderful time. And it is Christmas time. even though it's not December. We're starting to think about it.
Yep, but the Christmas music has kicked on the radio, if you haven't heard lately. It's full-blown Christmas songs, every song.
Kicked on before Thanksgiving, if you will.
What?
It kicked on before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, about November 15th or so, they start playing it. It's a little early, I think.
It is a little early. Definitely a little early. I got my Christmas lights up before Thanksgiving this year for the first time ever because I did not see any rain, or I didn't see any sun on the forecast other than a couple weekends ago. So got my Christmas lights up. Do you do the Christmas light thing, Drew, since you got kids?
Dude, of course, you know it. I just put them up tonight. I need a 10-foot extension cord, and then I'm going to hide it along the eave and do some magic. Awesome. And then I'll get the second level of the old casa here all lit up. But the lower level's good. The Christmas tree's up. It is decorated. I am wrapping presents tonight, and the whole deal this year. This year, if you're ordering anything online, you got to get it in before the 10th of December. And if you don't get it in by then, you might not see it. But we did this deal in Snohomish where we bought a bunch of presents from actual stores, and we're wrapping those tonight.
Hell yeah. You guys are way on it.
Yeah, we're doing it way before, and I don't want to get to the 15th, 16th, the weekend before, and I'm trying to, kick the kids out of the house and wrap a bunch of stuff. We're gonna just get it way out. With 4 kids, I mean, you gotta have everything. You gotta have the everything ready to go. So Christmas actually will last longer. We take it all the way to the first of the year, so we're gonna get a full month of Christmas, and hopefully it'll increase their holiday cheer.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, when you do your second level of your house, is it like mine where you have to put another ladder on the lower level to get to the second level?
Great question. Because I just did this today in the pouring rain. So there's peaks and eaves in the framing.
Yep.
And then there's like a square window below, right? Well, that peak and eave is like, I can't even reach the top of it. It's got to be 10 feet up.
Yep.
And then there's a slope like this going down to the gutters. That's about 4 feet long. So there is no way in hell I'm bringing a ladder up there. There's no way in hell. Now, can I get up to the top of the roof from the other side of the house with a 20-foot extension ladder? Yes. Am I going to bring a 20-foot extension ladder home and bring it around to the back of the house and set it up? No. I'm not going to do that. So I'm getting up the lights as high as I can around the windows, and then that's it. Nice. And I don't think anyone's going to, but no one notices the difference every year.
I take the gorilla ladder up. I fireman carry the gorilla ladder up to the first story, and then I set that up on the gable on top of my garage, and I extend that sucker to an 8-foot A-frame, and then I stomp on that thing several times to make
just to make sure. Yeah.
And then now being I guess 38 years old, almost 39, I started climbing all over this roof like 11, 12 years ago, and I would run all over it. It's a 7-pitch on most of the levels, and there's the peaks, the little dormers have 9 pitches. So it's steep. So
yeah. That's for everybody listening, that's like this.
Well, no, that's a 12-12. A 45-degree angle is a 12-12.
Trying to make your story cool, guy. Come on. It's like this. He's running on a roof like this.
It's straight up and down.
Yes.
Straight up and down.
Yeah.
And he's like
it's just a lot different now, almost being 40 years old versus early 30s.
I feel that.
Climbing around on that roof, that's for sure.
Yeah. The knees start to get a little bit weak. They're like, I don't know. Yeah, you're just thinking, if I fall, I'm going to land on this, then I'm going to land on that, and then I'm going to land on the driveway. It's going to be great.
What's up, Tyler?
What's up? How's it going?
Dog?
Hanging out? You guys just hanging out in the front yard? I can see the garage door open behind you.
Can you take a guess at what we're doing?
Barbecuing.
Yes, sir.
Are you really?
Got some ribs going down.
Okay. I like that. How do you make the ribs?
Depends on the day, honestly. I mean, usually I get a St. Louis style cut, but today I got baby back ribs, and I started by putting some mustard, covering mustard all over it, and then I did a rub that I just threw together with brown sugar, some cayenne pepper, some paprika, some lemon pepper, and a couple other things, and then just cover that in the rub, let that sit for about 35-40 minutes, and then get the grill going and pop it on. Probably cook it for about 3 hours.
There you go.
Yep.
And so for people that don't know, he's putting the mustard on there. You don't actually taste mustard once you pull it off, and that's a common misconception.
It's
people.
Just to adhere your rub.
Yeah.
And honestly, everybody says it doesn't add something, but it does clearly mentally, because I've done them side to side with mustard and without mustard, and I like the mustard one better. And obviously, people do it for a reason.
Right, but nobody's tasting. It's not like you're eating mustard covered ribs. That's what people are like. Oh, gross mustard. You don't taste the mustard, people.
No, is this mustard sauce?
No, you just use yellow mustard, bro.
Yellow, straight up like Heinz mustard.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You do not taste the mustard. Stop it, people. This is like an old Louisiana trip where people have been doing this for centuries, and everybody that does this and came up with this are talking very slow, like molasses is slowly flowing out of their bottom lip.
Yes.
So no one is putting mustard on their ribs, and it's not like you're having a hot dog with ketchup and mustard. The only purpose for this is for all of the seasoning to get locked in, and also a lot of the juices don't get out of that barrier. They don't get out of there. They stay in the meat because they're forced to, because you have a little layer of mustard that's keeping it from sweating and evaporating. If you're trying to smoke really good meats, man, that is the trick. It's what's called
mustard? Do you rub this on? Do you
You squirt and rub. Squirt and rub.
Squirt and rub. All right, the mustard squirt and rub.
Yep.
Now, Jenna, can you apply that technique to any type of esthetician skill?
Squirt and rub.
Yes.
Well, it's probably rub then squirt.
I charge $50 for a mustard squirt and rub.
Do you think I would just take a face mask and squirt it on their face and rub it around? No.
Yeah, squirt and rub.
Squirt and rub. Now,
no, we're much more delicate like that. We put it in a little dish. We have a little brush. We brush it over the whole face.
Have you tried mustard? Have you tried mustard before?
Mustard on the skin.
Yeah.
Well, Drew
would
just
not
said
recommend.
It, all the oils. So I'm assuming that would work. You put the mustard on the skin, you brush it, squirt and rub, you heat them up, you put like a humidifier in there, turn that thing to like
nice and toasty.
That would smell so bad.
Mustard? Yeah, but it doesn't get out. Once they wipe the mustard off,
all the oils come out. All the oils come out.
Gross.
Their pores are so clear and great.
That might be something you want to think about, Jenna. Add that in. Don't start your own salon.
You're right. And I'll just serve like ketchup and mustard facials.
Yeah.
That would probably take off in today's
Oh my God, it probably would, but I would never put that on my skin.
What about seaweed?
Seaweed. I mean, there's actually algae and little pieces of seaweed in body wraps all the time.
That would smell so bad.
It really does. Honestly, people will come for mud wraps, and I totally get it because their skin feels amazing afterwards. But when I'm putting it on them, it just smells like dog poop, and they love it. That's if they want to come get it, sure, I'll do it.
Now, what about ketchup?
Ketchup
or barbecue sauce? Barbecue sauce or ketchup or any condiment. What about pickles?
Even if you were to do that, let's say. Even if you were, the acidity level would be so high, you would counteract your own pH of your skin and throw it off, and you'd probably
What about
break out.
cucumbers?
What?
Yeah, but wouldn't the acidity
about
burn off
cucumbers?
the old skin?
What?
The acidity would burn off the old dead skin. That's how
No, because that's the thing is you want to protect the barrier of your skin. And if you strip your skin and you don't correct the barrier, you're going to strip it.
Wouldn't that be a natural chemical peel?
I mean, you could say so in a sense, but even after a chemical peel, like we strip everything from the skin, we have to put it back, because when you strip the barrier of your skin, all those lipids and oils are supposed to be there. Like, even though people wash their skin and they do all this skincare and stuff, really, like, our skin has these little germs and microorganisms that crawl all over it, and we need those. So, like, those oils that feel gross to us is actually super necessary to have clear skin and young skin and all of that.
We're pretty much made up of bacteria and germs. Like, the majority of us is a germ, basically.
Yeah.
And then showering probably shouldn't do regularly, huh? Maybe like once every 4 days.
No, really, actually, when you do shower, if you were to shower every day, which a lot of people do, even I shower every single day, you shouldn't really be using soap every single day. Actually, like, really, you should use soap rarely, but in today's age, like, every 4 days, people can use soap on their bodies. But overall, like, your skin is supposed to have that. That's what keeps our skin moisturized, what keeps blemishes away and all of that. So,
just water. So just
water. Just hot water. You can shower in hot water like for every 4 days, and then use a little soap in all the regions that you would need soap, but not necessary for the whole body.
Dirty regions. Is that what you're talking about?
You know, all of those regions.
Yeah. The crevices, the cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the things that scent up.
Yeah, those areas should definitely be washed.
Okay, there you go. Now I use exfoliant gloves. And I try to scrub at a pace of about 90 miles an hour. I like to kind of get like a reddish hint to my skin before I come out. Then I turn the temperature way down, ice cold, closing up all the pores, locking in what you had called the lipids. I'll call them the fat cells. Okay, boom. That's why I'm pretty much glowing right now. Okay, right?
I don't know. Are you still using apricot St. Ives scrub?
No, I don't use that. Now I
good. That is so bad for you.
Wait, what was it called, Jenna?
The St. Ives apricot scrub is really bad for your skin.
No, it comes with these little rocks.
Use this stuff,
exactly. It has little rocks. So think about it. Listen.
Yeah, little rocks to kill those little bacteria that are swimming around on all your disgusting faces.
No.
Yeah, I don't have any on mine, okay?
I think it does sound good to like wash yourself with rocks or sand or something like that.
But like, okay, so like if you're using an exfoliant, right, it can have like little micrograins or little like rice grains, and those are biodegradable. So they will break down, they'll soften up and all of that. But like the St. Ives apricot scrub. So when I went to school, the first thing they asked us is, does anybody in this room use St. Ives apricot face scrub? And a lot of us raised our hands, and they were like, throw that away right now. And when we got really into it, it's like, okay, so they take apricot seeds, which are extremely sharp and pointy and have all these little nooks and edges and sharp points. They grind that up into these little balls that are not circles. They are sharp, tiny little jagged edges.
Like diamonds.
And then when you exfoliate your skin with that, you create minor injuries, which isn't good because they're not like cohesive. If you were going to get a medical treatment, they create little tiny minor cuts in your skin over a period of years, and that ruins the barrier of your skin. So let's just say you use that just on the lower half of your face for years, but not the upper. The upper half of your face probably would look smooth, not texturized. It would have a good amount of oil versus dryness balance, but the lower half of your skin would really dry out. You might get a bunch of acne out of nowhere and question why, all of that stuff.
I don't know. That's questionable, Jenna. I enjoyed those rocks.
Yeah, I know people enjoy them. That's why they buy them.
Now, what's the deal with charcoal? Because I buy the gloves, the exfoliant gloves I have, say they're charcoal infused.
Yeah.
Okay. That's got to be good, right?
Detoxifying for the body. Yeah, like it's not a bad thing. I use exfoliating gloves in the shower as well. And sometimes I buy like lavender infused and stuff like that. It's just really a marketing scheme, it's there's probably barely anything in those gloves that are actually going to really give you the benefit, but
I'm going to tie this in together with the barbecue topic. Okay, so when you barbecue, don't you use charcoal, Kingsford, as they call it?
You can. You definitely can use charcoal, but really what you're doing is the charcoal is used to do two things.
Well, one would be a barbecue. Two is, I assume, to wash with.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. So the charcoal is used to heat up the barbecue, and the second is the smoke from the charcoal gets into the meat and creates flavor in the meat. Now, if you were to rub the charcoal all over your face, you wouldn't want to do it with the Kingsford briquettes because those are a chemically processed charcoal. What you'd want to do is get charcoal that came from one piece of wood and that is now charcoal. Does that make sense?
So do you burn the wood until it becomes charcoal and then rub that on your skin?
Yes. Wait till it cools down. Yes.
Maybe, because Jenna just said use hot water, so maybe hot charcoal.
Yeah, if you could get warm.
Yeah, so you could burn yourself.
Yeah,
You
burn
should do
off
that,
the
Tyler.
bones and dead skin so you glow like a fire.
Yeah. Your skin is now. Is your skin the largest organ on your body?
Yep.
It's the epidermis, I believe. There's a few levels of epidermis.
Mm-hmm.
There's the epidermis, the dermis, and then what's the lowest level, Jenna?
Oh my God, you're asking me very much questions that I don't go over on a daily basis, so I'm not.
Lowest level is Tyler.
There's the epidermis, the dermis, and then what?
I don't know.
What's the base level?
I'd have to pull it up.
Oh gosh.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. Sorry to switch up topics here. Okay. What's the most annoying thing somebody can do while they're talking and they finish a sentence this way? And it's like a tick or like they're talking and then they finish like, or they make a noise. They make a noise. They're like talking like this and then they're like, and anyways, so I was just like, no.
You know what I mean?
I feel like the biggest pet peeve for most people would be, I feel like a lot of girls will finish their sentence with like, yeah. Does that make sense? I hear that a lot and I even do that, but that's annoying.
What about if somebody pursed their lips and was like
a little lip smack?
Not a lip smack, but a
Who's doing this to you, Drew?
No one's doing this. This is a character named Karen Shepard, and she is a ruthless B word. And I'm trying to make her a little bit more annoying. And she needs this little unique thing that she does when
is this in your book?
Yeah.
Okay.
When she finishes sentences, she does this thing where she's like an upper, like white collar, upper class, and she like.
Well, Ellie knows a lot of annoying high school girls, so maybe you could ask her.
Okay, Eliana, we're looking for something, a way somebody finishes a sentence and is like, and like finishes with something kind of weird, like maybe it's totally normal, like people do, like makes a mouth noise, or I think in mouth noise too much. Maybe that's where I'm wrong. It has to be somebody this is somebody powerful doing this.
In a power position.
In a power position.
It has a very definitive trait that adds a level of like, oh, that character just irritates me.
Now go pick up those boxes again, huh?
Yeah, Shane.
Something like that.
I kind of like
whatever Tyler's doing.
There you go. The rockiness That's a power move. Okay.
I like Jenna's idea.
Whatever Tyler's doing. Is that what I heard?
When,
That's awesome.
People are like, okay, and they make you follow up. It's like, yeah, I know. I heard you. I understand. Okay. Why are you making me say, okay, I'm following along?
Okay.
Yeah. That could be annoying.
Okay.
Okay. Good one, Drew.
Okay.
Do you guys have a light or anything on your side, PK? Because you guys are dimming more and more.
No,
that's the plan.
It's authentic. Yeah. It's real time.
Well, listen, guys, I actually have to hop off because my dog's about to poop herself. So
can you bring the dog? Can you show Harley?
Harley, come here.
Let's see this beautiful mug.
Harley.
Come on, Harley.
Come here.
Papa.
Come here.
What's that?
She's mad at me.
Oh my gosh.
We'll fix it, Jenna. Okay.
She's been staring at me for 30 minutes.
Okay. Fix it, okay?
Come on, right here.
Harley, come here.
Right.
Come here.
Oh, there we go. Dude, you got up on the eaves.
That's what I told you, bro.
You're a stud.
So I get up, I put the A-frame right up there.
Yeah, no, I see it. It's looking good.
Pop up there.
Yes.
And get the rest.
Damn, bro. We have the exact same house. 1, 2, I'm not getting up there, bro. I'm not doing it.
I did it, bro. This might be one of my last years doing it.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I like it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop off.
Okay.
We're hopping off too, Jenna. So it was really good to see you again. It's
yes,
been way
good
too
to
long.
see you. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Wedding invites will go out soon.
Okay, thank you.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Now, are you getting married to the guy you're currently with, or is there another guy?
Yeah. Yes, I'm getting married to the guy I'm currently with.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
pretty great. So I'll
I don't
put
know
up
if
with him.
Tyler's ever told you about the trauma we caused you when you were a child, but next time I see you, I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
were a baby, and we had you convinced your parents were no longer in existence. It was
Oh my God.
pretty bad. It was
You
pretty
guys
bad.
did some serious BS to me in my
We might
childhood.
have done some damage to you. So
Yeah,
if you have any
probably. It's okay.
psychological
I'll come
issues,
back
you
from
know
the
who to
trauma.
blame.
Well, that's okay because we spilled the idea of the squirt and rub on you. And now, boom, salons are going to be nationwide. Come get your squirt and rub by Jenna.
Oh my.
Holy crap.
That's going to be my business motto.
There you go.
The name of the
Good to see you,
store.
Jenna.
Yes, good to see you guys. Hopefully I'll hop
Rub
on
Squirt
next
Scrub.
week.
Say bye, Elle.
Rub
Rub
Squirt Scrub.
Yep. Bye.
Later, Tyler.
Adios.
Later, sir. Peace. Okay, so how are we going to finish this? We need to finish sentences. And also, man, do Parker and I have the same house in different states? Yes, we do.
Yeah, I think you do actually. It's very, very similar. Very similar.
Now, would I climb up onto the roof where he went and then do the things? No, I'm not going to do that because I would have needed a gorilla ladder with different size legs on them.
Now, what are you looking at? What do you keep looking at? Is there a human over there?
What's that? No.
Oh, you're watching the game.
Oh, dude, you haven't seen my truck yet.
Did you buy a new truck?
Got a truck.
Wait, that's an old truck.
This is Randy Johnson's son's truck.
Randy Johnson, that's his son, the one who passed away?
Yes.
What is it?
It is a 1976 Dodge D100. And it's I talked to him probably every 6 months or so for the last 6 or 7 years. And I asked him about 5 years ago, I said, hey man, what are we thinking about? What are you going to do with that truck? And he was like, oh, it's just sitting in a garage right now. Do you want it? I said, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, what's wrong? What's going on with it? He's like, oh, has a couple little issues here and there. So I every time I talked to him since then, it came up, but nothing ever happened, you know. And last May,
Yeah.
he called and we were chatting. He said, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting rid of the truck. What do you think?" And I said, "Cool. When do you want me to pick it up?" And so I went and picked it up.
Okay.
And I've been working on it ever since. It's no, it's running. But when I picked it up, I had to get it towed because the emergency brake that works the drum brakes in the back was permanently closed, and it seized the rear drum brakes. So that was rebuilt. I took it into Carb Connection in Totem Lake to get the carburetor rejetted, and they did a dyno test and all that stuff and got it up working nice. Dude, that's a place you can take the EFI. You can take electronically fuel injected carburetors there. Like, just drive your vehicle in. They'll tune it for you, like electronically, and get the carburetors, like everything set. And they do a really good job. But this is non-carburate or non-electronic. This is just a normal manual carburetor. And Randy's son had put it on there, but never had it jetted properly. And you could put like a Holley 750 on 15 different motors. It works for every motor. So, but the problem is then you have to go in and jet it. You have to pull the carburetor completely off and put these little jets in that allow fuel and air and do all this stuff. And until you do that, it's not really functioning properly. Okay. So they did that for me. It's running like a top. And now I just need to take it in to get the actually, if I had a second pair of hands here, I could do it. But the place down the street for me here said they could bring in and tighten up the front brakes for me for $50. And it takes about 10 minutes. But you need a second pair of hands. I don't know if you've ever bled brakes out and done all that bull crap.
Yeah.
But you need two people.
You need two people.
And you need to work together on it. So
yeah, got to have a team effort there.
Yep. So anyways, yeah. So I'm looking at the replays. I'm watching NFL replays because I haven't watched any football here for a couple weeks. And they're just showing highlights. And the TV is off. Yeah, this is what a truth serum that question was. Only time alone, and I'm trying to get all of it done. You know what I mean? Trying to hang out with you guys, trying to watch TV,
catch up on some football.
Right. I'm trying to do it all. That was some big time truth serum right there for old daddy.
There you go. Well, hope you got enough done.
Well, funny you say that. Oh, I can go to full screen. That looks way better. Try going to full screen.
I've been on full screen.
Really?
Yeah.
So all you
if I leave the mouse off the side panel, can you see who is in there, or is it just me?
No,
I can see the guests that are arriving.
Yeah.
You can?
No, I can't see the guests who are in the side column. Only you can.
Okay. We got to figure out at some point how to both have control of the situation, but I think that's a level up, huh?
That's a level up. Now I can share screen. I can do that.
Yeah, you can share.
I can play a local video.
Yep.
You want me to play a local video?
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have a video.
Okay, let's see it.
Let's see which one.
Now, hopefully this is all set up. Now, because for some reason after you had done the channel, my destination automatically kicked on. And then it says online now on Dumbtelligence.
Right. Okay. Now, do you see on the left side of your screen, it's gray?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Boom. Okay. Boom.
Yep. Okay. Hello. Are you Kat? Hi, Kat. I'm Drew. Good to meet you.
So, just to walk you around and just start here. Refrigerator staying in place.
Okay. Now, to give everybody some context, this is about 10% of my job. I take my laptop, which is a Microsoft Pro X, okay, fully charged all the time, ready to go. And I take it and I go into houses with builders. And these builders sell grandeur and excellence. And they just want some plumbing moved around here or there. So this is a day in the life of about 10-hour day, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, 20 minutes on the job, 10-minute report, and then about an hour-long bid. But this is before we get how much fixtures cost, before we know what work to do, before we put a number on anything for plumbing. This is what happens.
The dishwasher here is, we're doing your line here, but the dishwasher's moving over there, but there will be an ice maker here.
Okay.
So there will be water here.
Is there a drain required on that ice maker? And there ended up being a drain required on the ice maker. It's a
Not a
gravity
huge deal,
drain.
just something we can side table. I know you guys need to scoot out.
I was 10 minutes late to this also. They were not happy.
Separate sinks now, 2 separate faucets.
Okay.
This is their house.
The small
No, this is their client's house.
It'll have a faucet.
And they're the builder.
The sink will sit, back
They're the builder, yeah.
faucet. There will be no disposal
On either?
on either.
Okay.
Yeah, they're adding a bar sink. They're moving that main sink over. They want to reuse the hot
Okay.
and cold dispenser.
Is that a
there.
hot and cold or just a hot?
Yeah, it's got red on.
Good question. Good question.
They want to
Okay.
reuse it.
So
too.
no blue.
Blue means cold. For
Blue, nice. Okay.
Okay, so it is a hot and cold. Okay.
hot and cold.
And is
Both
that's
filters,
obviously
by the
going to
way.
be separate cabinets as well?
Yes.
No drain.
With no drain? Okay.
She said no drain, but I looked up the specs. There is a
Fantastic.
gravity drain
Yeah, so
on the
separate
future ice
Yeah.
maker they're putting in.
It says pump to kitchen drain.
Says pump
Pump
to kitchen
to
drain.
kitchen
There's
drain.
not room for a pump. We're gonna do a floor
Yeah,
sink.
hose. Must have a pump built in.
We can check the specs on that just to confirm.
Is this a husband and wife team?
Okay.
They are a husband and wife team. They are very successful.
Okay.
Fridge. Just where it is.
And do you want to, with these Sub-Zeros, do you typically like to have your shut off for the water supply for the refrigerator under the sink? Okay.
Okay, so when you're putting a Sub-Zero in your house, you have to realize the Sub-Zero is a big box of a refrigerator, and there's zero clearance behind the refrigerator. So that means it literally touches the drywall. So the electrical outlet is on the bottom, and so it has to touch the drywall. So there's typically a water line for a refrigerator that goes to help create ice. The water doesn't appear out of thin air. There's a water line behind there. So what you have to do is you have to rough in your ice maker box. It's a box about like this big with a little water supply.
Yep.
Shut off.
I've been done
Now-
before.
Right? And these refrigerators are so enormous that what you have to do is hook up the hose and leave the wall outlet on, and then to test that connection, then turn it on at the sink, and then push this 1,000-pound refrigerator all the way up against the drywall. So now the builder doesn't know all this. The builder just hires people and expects it to be done. So if you're an unexperienced person in the field that hasn't done a Sub-Zero before, man, look out, because you could just put in a box and say, see you later. You need a shut off in a different location because plumbers don't install appliances. The only appliance we install are hot water tanks and dishwashers. That's it. So when appliance people come with this,
don't you install the sink?
Sink is not an appliance.
Put in some kitchen sinks.
But that's not an appliance.
What? It's not. It applies.
No, appliances are things that have electrical outlets.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. So you go in and you just, let's say you just put in a ice maker box and then you're done. Well, what's going to happen then is the appliance people, they got their job, but they were delivery people. That's what they were before this job. They delivered things. They helped people. They helped their cousin move on a Friday. They can move things without denting them. So you have the $7,000 refrigerator on hardwood floors that they can't test the connection because they can't physically reach the connection to turn it on. So what they have to do is they have to ensure that the shutoff under the sink is in the off position. Then they have to open up the ice maker box behind where the refrigerator is going, suck all the water out of it, hook up your hose, then bring the refrigerator in, 1,000-pound refrigerator, hook it up to the refrigerator, then go back to underneath the kitchen sink, turn it on, check for leaks, wait a couple minutes, check again, flashlight. All right, now let's push it all the way up against the drywall. And that's how that goes. And the little question like that, the builder would have treated me like a total an idiot if I wouldn't have done it the way I said, because the builder doesn't know this. The builder just calls the appliance people, hey, the hardwood floors are done. The refrigerator's ready to install. And this guy that just last week was helping his cousin move boxes out of the back of his, moving company he just started is now working for the Home Depot. And Home Depot is now delivering a $7,000 refrigerator to your house. This guy doesn't know anything about plumbing. It is, so he's just a guy, and the builder calls this Home Depot or whoever and expects it just to go in. Magic. Not happening.
I'm not sure what.
Yeah, so we have copper water lines. We have 2 hots, 2 colds. Double angle stop on the cold supply.
Yeah, that copper one is probably the fridge, right? The little 1/4-inch copper one. So we got dishwasher.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. All these very beautiful cabinets and countertops are coming out. They're getting a whole new kitchen.
So,
remodel. This is a remodel on a house.
Yep, and you're going to see the rest of it. It's not really a remodel.
Gravity drain.
Yeah.
It is a remodel. They're redoing their whole lower floor. Beautiful house. In my opinion, doesn't need to be done. I'm not complaining.
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
I guess we can go ahead with that.
Most of them come with a condensation of some sort. Or some sort of 3/4-inch drain or something.
This is the dog wash.
Okay.
This is the dog wash room.
And here, we're gonna have new cabinets, countertop, but.
This is the dog wash room. There's a dishwasher in the dog wash.
Use that sink.
There is.
Okay.
This isn't where you wash it dog.
This is not where actually, yes, this is where this is not a laundry room.
Okay.
This is what.
And for both of these, are you wanting for us to come and demo
they call it a dog
or
wash.
cap pipes or do anything? Is that
Yeah, I figure you'll be here for a couple hours.
Right. So the question I just asked him was, do you want us to come back all in one day and cap, when you demo out the cabinets, do you want us to cap all the water lines off? Is that going to be an additional trip? And the reason I'm asking is because there's multiple rooms being worked on in this house. And some builders demo one room and you have to go send a couple guys out to turn off the water, cap stuff off, and then come back in a week. Well, for me, guys are only working 10 hours a day. They're working from 6 to 4. So when I send guys out there, they're going to say, okay, you guys can't be there until 7 a.m. Okay. So I I just lost an hour. Okay. So the guys get there at 7. Now they're probably, by the time they shut it off, drain the system down, cap some stuff off, they're into it for an hour. And then they have an hour drive to the job they're supposed to be on. So they get there at 9, fire up a couple heaters and have a couple sips of coffee. They're now working at 10 o'clock. Leave at 3 to get back to the shop at 4. So there's a solid 4 to 5 hours of profitability that day. And I'm asking him, how many trips do you want for me to put on this bid? Do you want 2 trips? Do you want 3 trips? If I didn't ask that question, he's going to take us for 4, 5 trips before we even start any of the new plumbing. They're going to take us for a ride. I have to write all that stuff out.
1 trip to cap there, 1 trip to cap this one, or are you guys going to try to knock them out in one day?
We'll get rid of them in one day.
Okay.
We'll need to make 2 trips.
Okay.
One day. And so I put that in the bid. One day. 1 trip.
See if there's
So that means that if there's a
270.
second trip added on, well, now we're changing the bid.
Plywood, and then they put the top
Yeah,
on.
one trip quoted. Now we got to throw another one in.
Right. And I
And
lose,
so
I lose
since
4
you're
hours. Is what it is.
Reusing some
I
of the
lose 4
finish
hours
fixtures.
on that second
Before
trip.
you do the countertop, do you want us to come out and remove some of those pieces on the tops?
Now, in
And
this
a box
bidding
for you.
process we're working through, did
Yeah.
you get trained on this? Did you go out with other people to bid these out?
No.
So you just you got
There's
your
just-
experience, and your daddy-o was like, boom, go start bidding jobs for me.
No, that's actually a deeper question. So, I'm actually done with this. The rest of the video is boring. That was about it. Okay, so that's a great question. I would say, in 2000, so I started plumbing in 2003. By 2005, I was doing my own side jobs. And for what people who don't know is, if you own a house and you have a random plumbing problem, Theo, do not climb up that ladder. Hey, babe, can you lay that on its side? Can you lay that on its side, babe? I don't want him climbing up it. That's what I get for leaving a ladder up. My kid's climbing up it. Okay, so I started doing side work, and at that time I didn't know how to look at a project, whatever it was, removing a hot water tank or replacing a kitchen.
Like, how much quartz am I going to need? What the length of time it's going to take to do?
I don't know the fixed cost. How am I supposed to know? So what I did was I charged $45 an hour. And at that time I was probably making $17 an hour, 17, 18 bucks an hour. So I charged $45 an hour. My journeyman told me at the time, he's like, don't charge less than $50 an hour, because I'm going to go in there and charge $70 an hour, and I'm going to get it done in half the time it takes you. And I'm going to do it right the first time. Well, he was partially right. I had to, what's that?
Was this Kevin?
This was Matt Johnston, Randy's brother.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And so, which is true, because these guys have all the tools, and there's not a whole lot in plumbing, but that you'd have to spend money on tools. They have all the knowledge. They can look at something and know the exact 5 parts they needed. I didn't have that. So I charged $45 an hour, and something that should take an experienced plumber that's been doing it for 5-10 years, they could do in an hour. It'd take me 3. So, but were the people still getting a better deal than hiring a company? Yes. Did they pay me in cash? Yes. Did I pay taxes on those money earned? Yes, I did. So,
you did?
Oh yeah, of course. Never say any different on a public setting.
You claimed all that money.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh,
I would never say anything different. Yeah, of course.
I did one side job my entire time at your plumbing company, at the plumbing company. Okay. Did one side job. Very easy job. It was very easy.
I remember.
I said, boom, I'm going to charge $90 an hour.
Okay.
And I will receipt you for all the parts that I buy, and you just pay me for my labor of $90 an hour and then cash me out on the receipts at cost. I'm not going to charge you more. And so I did that. And it was replacing a shower valve. Okay. And whoever was doing the tub had already cut the holes in the wall for the new shower valve and the new shower head. Okay.
Yep.
I went in there, shut the water off, brought some towels in, drained it, cut everything out, went to the Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever, got my parts, came back, took me about an hour to do it. Okay.
Yep.
Soldered it back in. Okay. Gave her the receipts. I said, boom, this cost me X amount of dollars.
Right.
Let's say $100 in parts.
Right.
And then took me an hour 45. I rounded up to 2. I need $90, $180. This job took me 3 hours. Nope, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Turkish.
10 minutes, Turkish. But you said 5 minutes 10 minutes ago.
This job took me 3 hours.
Okay.
Okay. Cash.
270.
What?
$270. Yep.
Yep. I made some big money on this. Okay.
Yep.
Left there realizing I hate this. I made good money, but I'm never doing this again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that lady called me actually a week later, said the contractor, whoever, the remodel guy who came out, said, loved your work. Solders was clean. I'd like you to do more jobs for me. I said, go nip yourself in the butt. Never doing this again. Plumbing's not my gig.
Yep.
See ya. And that was it. That's all I did.
Yeah. And I completely understand that because it's stressful. You're driving back and forth and, it's a lot. I would say this. So I had probably 8 to 10 years of experience doing side work where I was making just a ton of money. I'd work 40, 45 hours. And then after working those 40, 45 hours, I do after work and get home at 10 o'clock at night or whatever. And I'd always have cash in my pocket, and people are totally willing to pay somebody money. Just fix this for me, make this better. And you treat them right. You give them a good deal. So I had, to answer your original question, I had probably 8 to 10 years of experience before I moved up into the office in 2013 of bidding things out under value. And I knew that I was bidding them out under value because I'd always ask people, what do they charge? And I didn't want to be the most expensive person, but I also didn't want to be the cheapest guy out there. I wanted to be fair. And there were some situations where I did have to go back for some things that I didn't feel like were my fault. And I went back and did it for free. It was like, okay, whatever. I'll just go back.
Yeah.
But so when I got up into the office and I started doing bids, I already had experience in giving people pricing and making lists and ordering things. And then in 2016, I was still working for Gary Procash Plumbing and opened up another company that just was service, because Gary's company gets about 3 or 4 phone calls a day that are things that we don't want to handle in company. So I'd go handle remodels or things like that after hours. And I worked probably 80, 90 hours a week straight for between Gary's company and this other company for probably a year and a half. And it was a really good year and a half. I mean, the money was great, but I was just never home. And I didn't see friends, and it was like not good. So I dissolved that company after 2 years, and I still get phone calls for jobs, but now I just roll it into Gary's work. So the experience comes as much as you want it. I mean, if you want to get out there and sell jobs and do the work, and you're the only overhead, you're the only guy, then you're taking all the profits, and it's great that way if you're wanting to do that.
Yeah.
But so now for like bigger projects, like in 2015, I started bidding out all of our commercial projects. Those are like 100-unit buildings. They're not easy to bid out. It takes 3 to 4 weeks to get like the material costs used on the jobs back. Once you estimate all the pipe, all the big double check valves, and 100 shower valves, and 100 80 tubs, and 20 fiberglass shower stalls, and floor drains, and like once you get that list back, it's then you can go on to figuring labor, and really you're estimating. Like, I think we can have 4 guys on the job, and it'll take them a month to do level 1, or it'll take them 3 weeks to do the groundwork, or you know what I mean? Is you're guessing, and you're having to put provisions in to your quote saying, if this and this are this way, then this will be our schedule, and this is the cost. But if it's outside of this, then we can't do that. And anyways, this is Penelope. Also, this is my firstborn.
Hi, Tyra.
What's up? How you doing?
Good. We just did a bonfire.
You did a bonfire
without me?
Well, yeah, you should have come in before you did this.
Okay. Yep. Should have come in. Yep.
That's okay. You know what though? Penelope, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
From the bonfire, can you scrape up some of the black wood that's called charcoal? Okay, your dad needs that. He's going to rub some of the charcoal on his skin for bathing purposes.
What do you think about that? Is that silly?
It's weird, not silly.
It's weird, not silly, is what she said.
Weird looks good sometimes. Weird can look good on people sometimes, right, Penelope?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'll take a maybe. Didn't get a no, so I'm going to take the maybe.
Daddy, please don't busy.
Yep. She wanted to show you this, which has already been on the show before. This is Penelope at 5 years old playing tackle football.
Bearcats.
That's a Monroe Bearcats tackle football, peewee football.
Boom.
And did you like it?
I hated it.
Penelope hated it.
What about it did you hate?
I hated it. I was like the only girl on the whole league, basically.
She's the only girl in the whole league from 5 to 14. All the other girls. Yeah, only girl. And she was also the youngest on our team.
Okay.
So there were other 5-year-olds, but she was the youngest 5-year-old. And yeah.
Did you get tackled? Did you get hit?
Yes.
What'd you think about that?
I did not like that.
You didn't like that?
Did you tackle people?
No, not really.
Not in a game. She didn't get a tackle in a game, but she tackled people at practice.
And also, Daddy said if you score a touchdown, I'll take you to Disneyland.
I did say that.
And did you score a touchdown?
I didn't let her touch the ball the whole season. So,
is that because of the lack of motivation she had because it wasn't?
No, not at all. She was there to really hang out with me, and I had they asked me to be the head coach. There's no one else that wanted to do it, and they said your daughter can play for free if you be the head coach. And if parents are listening from that season, 2019, worst parents ever. Worst parents ever. I've coached youth football previous to that for 7 years, and I've never seen worse parents than that year.
Why?
Now there was
worse? How are they worse?
Yeah.
Now there was 3 or 4 that were good, but other than that,
I was good, Daddy.
Well, you're not a parent, so it was, dude. I mean,
because I was a parent.
And also, you get moved over to this side. We're getting our own peewee football team, and we're taking them all the way up to high school. That's what you do. You keep your team and you move up with them. You don't just stay in one age group. You move up with them.
That makes sense.
Yep.
To
So
infinity we go.
anyway, so yes. So we do have to get going.
Yeah.
Daddy, wait.
Because
Why
Mama
would I
Bear
go
is going. But I do have one paragraph written.
Okay.
And she had an interesting way in finishing her sentences with her lips pouted. What's the thing where you're like, what's
Yeah.
that?
Pouty lips, yeah.
With
Duck lips.
lips
We call that duck lips too.
pouted.
Duck face.
Trouble lips, Daddy. We call it trouble lips.
Call it what?
Trouble lips.
Shovel?
Double,
Double lips?
Shovel, like
Shovel?
double lips. Okay.
Yeah,
You can
because
see that.
Okay, so I got a paragraph in. I mean, I got something for you to go off of. And so what I thought was pretty funny is I was imagining some of the characters I have in my mind being played by, like, if it was like supposed to be played by somebody tall and slender, it'd be played by like somebody like Kevin Hart. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So you're mix mashing what you would think the character looks like with
Right.
an opposing character type.
Exactly. And they're supposed to be very serious and angry, and all of their lines would be said by like Kevin Hart, and it could turn into a comedy like that. Just by who you chose, instead of it being played by like let's see. Liam Neeson, you'd put Kevin Hart in there.
Boom. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could also do, so wouldn't that be interesting if you did the same exact show but had two different characters? Like, so it would be like, okay, let's film it with Liam Neeson and Natalie Portman. And then let's film it with Kevin Hart and
Meryl Streep.
There you go.
All right.
But it's the same. It's this. You only write one thing, but you do it twice, and you'd have like, okay, season 1, and do it that way, and then do season 1, part 2, or whatever, and have them do the same exact sequence of events, but with just like not serious, and it'd be like a comedy. But both could be brilliant in their own way. Anyways, just a side table.
Yeah.
Daddy, how the parents the worst parents?
That's a great question. Okay, so one thing as a parent you can do is
you can be on time.
Yep, that's the first thing you have to do. Being on time means 15 minutes early, ready to go. Shoelaces, double knots, with the mouth guard and with the helmet, ready to go. Okay, we don't need you rolling in there after we're warmed up with, I don't know where my mouth guard is. And so after the third or fourth practice, I just send kids back. Go find your parent, tell them to get you a mouth guard. You can't be on the field without a mouth guard. I don't have my shoes tied. Okay, well, I get it. You're 6 years old and don't know how to tie your shoes. I get it. I'm not tying your shoes every day. Go tell your parents coach isn't tying shoes anymore. And then first day of practice, they asked, what position is my son going to be? I don't know. He's 6. Let's see where he fits. So we had to have a meeting. Then the parents divided into 2 groups. The players that had played the year before and the new parents who thought it was like soccer where everybody gets playing time and gets to pick their position. And it's not like that. This is select football. And they were like, oh, your daughter this and your daughter that. And I was like, I guarantee you, my daughter will play the least amount of all your kids. Don't worry about that. They're like, oh, your daughter's probably going to be quarterback. I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't like that because then you have to catch the ball, and I don't like catching the ball because it's really, really hard.
Right. And so we put her out at wide receiver like a couple times a game, and we didn't throw the ball. So it was like, okay. So it was just like this thing where parents came in hot, and that's the other thing. We only had 14 kids on the team, and we had to field 11. and all the other teams had 20 plus.
Yeah, so they're rotating, and you're just crushing.
And there was Penelope and probably 5 other kids that shouldn't have played one snap the whole season at all. This first year they're getting involved, and we'll rotate them in and out at wide receiver, make sure they have fun and all that stuff.
But the only thing I think why we didn't win a lot is because I think why I hated it is because I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to catching the ball. I have done flag football.
You like flag football?
I love flag football because it's basically like tag, except they need to pull the flag. They need to pull the string.
Penelope's really good at tag.
There's no brute physical force.
Yeah, there's no tackle. There's no like throwing stuff at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, stop throwing stuff at me. And they're like, get that ball.
All right. Tyler, big question. When are you going to write? When are you going to do writing?
Yeah, when are you?
This week.
What day?
Every day. My schedule is opened up.
Okay.
So, I'm good this week.
Okay.
Daddy, can I go on your shoulders?
So I'm going to get some writing done, some organization done.
Can you email me? Can you email Pro Drew Cash and say, hey, man, jumping on, I'm writing right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because I'm on the computer all day.
Yep.
No, you're not.
At the office.
No, you're not. Not all day. You go to jobs, don't you? You go to sites.
And I'll get that email, and then I'll be like, man, I can pop on for 15 real quick. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yep.
But you're the boss. You can't take a break until it's break time.
Love you, babe. All right, we're going to get out of here.
Daddy, that means you're a bad boss.
I know. It means I'm a bad boss. I know.
You can do it after work when you're going before you go.
So
home.
you see who takes after Tiffany a little bit.
You can do it when you're after home.
All right, bro.
You, to be a bad boss.
You want to sign us out? You have something to say?
Good day.
That's it?
Yes.
That's it?
That is it.
That's not very exciting.
Maybe do some hand gestures as you do it. Maybe some karate hands, Penelope.
No, don't you.
How about this? I'll see you next week on Dumbtelligence.
No.
Okay. We'll see you next week on Dumbtelligence.
Boom, boom, boom.
Stop it.
All right. Later, bro. Hey, email me.
Done and done.
All right. Dumbtelligence out.